We bring every game, every story, every debate straight to you. During the international break, every continent comes alive on our channel. Eurovision, all things Europe, Nations League, Euros, FIFA WC qualifiers. Goal Plus Africa, Africa's Heartbeat, AFCON, CHAN, COSAFA Cup, FIFA WC qualifiers. Libertadores Vision, South America Uncovered, Copa Libertadores, Copa America, WC qualifiers. Silk Dynasty, Asia Spotlight, Asian Cup, WC qualifiers. Harambee Stars Unleashed, everything about Kenya's national team. When club football dominates, we go deeper. United Frontline, the ultimate Man United fan experience. Echoes of Anfield, Liverpool like you've never seen it. House of Galacticos, Real Madrid Uncovered. Premier League Game Month Show, stats, analysis, insights every 4 game weeks. Champions Crystal Ball, UEFA Tournaments, Club World Cup, Super Cup predictions. Final Whistle Debate Show, the hottest sports topics debated by experts, every 6 weeks. Deal Paranoia, transfer window coverage you can't miss. And for weekly predictions? We cover everything: Premier League, Championship, FA Cup, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, League One, DStv Premiership, T20 Cricket, F1, Women's Super League, international tournaments, and much more. Why subscribe? Because we don't just show games, we predict, analyze, debate, and break the stories that matter. From transfers to tactical battles, from managerial appointments to live watch-alongs, Football Overseas gives you the edge no other channel does. This is your hub for global sports, where every match counts, every opinion matters, and every fan belongs. Subscribe, join the debate, and fuel your passion. The game.
Yo guys, pick up guys, welcome to the Football Overseas YouTube channel, and we are live for another prediction video, and this is out of 16 predictions. Obviously, round of 632 has finished today morning. I just came from sleeping, taking a short nap, not even a short nap as such, but yeah, you can tell it has been a rough World Cup, rough experience, and yeah, so I was meant to have someone on board, was there on board, but I'm waiting for him to come on. I think I responded to his message a bit late. Sorry, Ray, if you're still here. Yeah, so where is he? Anyway, is that start off without him? Yeah, because let's wait for the guy. Hmm. Okay, where's the thing that I put? Anyway, let's look at World Cup bracket predictor. Yeah, so you know, uh, this thing. Yeah, the website is suspicious. Anyway, I'll just do this. Then see. Yo, Big Apre, how you doing? Are you hopping on? I sent a link. Oh, let me send a link. My bad. Let me send a link. Oh, my bad. He has sent a message. Okay, I sent him the link. Yeah, my bad. Right? Let me send him the link. Yeah, out of wait, the out of 16. I wait I wait for the guy to join. I've sent you the link in the Discord group. Yeah, I sent you the link in the Discord. Yeah. Let's see.
Hello, Carl. Can you hear me? Oops. Is he frozen? Hi.
Okay, you're ready. Pick up. Hi.
I was there, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. What about you?
Uh, Good, guy. Welcome, mate. Cheers for bringing me on.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, man, for hopping on. Yeah, sorry. I thought I sent a link before, but then I just realized I didn't. It's
Yeah.
a it's an issue that one of these World Cups have has given us sleep. Yeah,
That's same here, mate. I look rough. That's why I haven't got my camera on, man. I'm just like just about walking up and saw that. I thought, oh, let me jump on and speak about the World Cup.
yeah. So obviously, the round of 32 games have been interesting, and for the first year, yeah, obviously this is the first year. Paraguay versus France, a very very good match, and it's going to be a lively match anyway, with a lot of action, a lot of history, and everything else. And we didn't expect this match to happen. Obviously, we expected France to go through. We didn't expect Paraguay to go through by beating Germany. It is strange. Yeah, but what did you think of the two nations' performances in the round of 32?
Well, it's amazing, mate. And I didn't expect Paraguay to knock the Germans out. I really didn't. Did they knock out Germany? Or was it Holland? I think it was Germany.
They knocked Germany
Uh
out in
yeah,
penalties.
I wasn't expecting that. I think I had them to go home because I thought the Germans would be too strong. But yeah, wow. And here they are in the round of 16, and you can't bet against them against France. France is tough though, with Kylian Mbappe and all that team. But as we see in this World Cup, the underdogs seem to be very doing very well. To be honest, hello.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I'm right about yeah, yeah. It seems like the underdog seems to be doing very well. They seems to be taking the game to the bigger boys and saying why he had to change the narrative, especially that game of Argentina versus Cape Verde. It will get you into in just a few minutes. But I was actually shocked. To be honest, I think Germany, if Germany finished the chances, Germany could have easily smashed Paraguay 4-0. The kind of
Yeah.
chances Germany was getting. That game could have finished at 90 minutes, but Germany was just poor. And it makes sense why Nagelsmann stepped down and Klopp took over. So, yeah. But obviously, Paraguay is facing against France. I don't know whether that's juju will work against France or France will be
No.
also be poor.
Well, France has got way too much quality to players to be for everyone to be poor. I think. Um, so I believe France will win this one in 90 minutes because if they get the chances that Germans were getting, they will score them. Because Kyle Havertz, no disrespect to Kyle Havertz, he's not Mbappe, is he? And you give
Yeah,
Mbappe those chances, he will bury them. And then
yeah, for
Olise,
sure.
and Olise also is on form as well. So
Yeah,
I
for sure.
think, yeah, I think that would be safe to say that France will go through.
Yeah, I was actually going to say France will go to, I was going to predict a 3-0 game. And
Mm,
obviously, with, the reason why I placed this format the way it is because we know the winners of these ones will play against the winners of Canada versus Morocco.
mm,
So
mm.
either way, there's no need for me to put in many slides when I can just summarize. So
Yes.
Canada versus Morocco. Who do you think? What did you think of the performances in Netherlands of 32?
Good performances by both teams. I think Canada's got their home nation against them, four of them. Other one of the home nations, yes. And Morocco, I've always said is a decent side and always goes further than what people think. And I think they will make the quarterfinals. Um, because after this is the quarterfinals, isn't it?
Yes,
So I think I'm going for Morocco because they are a very good African side, very very good. They're the ones they're the one side in the tournament that I think can go very far. And I think Canada's good thing might come to an end.
yeah,
Judging what I
uh,
saw from both teams.
yeah, true. I think, to be honest, if I comparing the two nations' performances in the round of 32, I think Morocco performed better than how Canada performed in the match as well. I know
Yes,
Morocco took the game to Netherlands and they played very well against Netherlands. Canada Canada played poor. They I think it was one lousy shot where South Africa
mm,
should have defended, and that made South Africa be knocked out and Canada to go through. So
yes,
apart from that, I haven't been really impressed about Canada's attacking power or threat in front of goal. It's still not there. It seems like they're struggling with that. Yeah,
yes. And this is why I picked Morocco because I think Morocco is just better footballing team than the Canadians. But then you'll always have the home support, so you never know if that might drive them through. But you're right. I'm not really too impressed with Canada's attack. I think Morocco's got a bit more better players on going forward, and they've got a better defense.
yeah, true. And they have a better defense going forward as well. So I think that's what has stabilized as well. Defense and attack has been good, and
Mm,
it has been the difference between Morocco under the former manager and Morocco under this new manager. So
mm.
Morocco seems to be establishing themselves as a force to reckon with.
Yes,
Yeah. So obviously the two teams face each other in the quarterfinals. Obviously, we predicted France to beat Paraguay and Canada and Morocco to beat Canada. So, what are your thoughts on those two teams meeting each other? in the quarterfinals?
This is going to be a very good game. Again, it might be a high scoring game, but then the French can defend a bit. So, it's I see it going into extra time and maybe Mbappe coming up in the extra time winner.
Hmm. And so you see France going to either way, but to extra time.
Yes, because I think the Moroccans are going to give them a test because they don't sit back as the Moroccans and soak up pressure. They like to be on the front foot as well, and it's all about stopping that man Kylian Mbappe because he seems to be a different player every time he puts on the France uniform. So if they can contain Mbappe, they might have a chance. But I think France will eventually have some wonder goal in them and get through. Maybe late on as Morocco tires.
Yeah. I think I agree with you, but not on the part of extra time. I feel like France will knock out Morocco in 90 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like France will be one of those teams that will dominate, yes, but as a tiger, they'll wait for Morocco to get tired, to find gaps, and they will strike whenever Morocco has structural gaps in their play. So I think Morocco will look at that game as a mixed game of if I go all attacking, I'll be exposed in counterattacks. If I
Mm.
go defensive, I'll 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 not have enough time to counter because France will score and France will most likely score late and I'll not have enough time to counter or to equalize or to get a winner.
Yeah.
So it will be a very hard situation that Morocco's manager will go through, and it will be seen to be a miracle what they will do. But obviously, France will prefer to play against Canada than to play
Oh yeah.
against Morocco in the
Yeah.
quarterfinals. Yeah,
That's very
but
true.
if they play against Morocco, it will be a clean sheet win of 2-0. Yeah, because he can stop Mbappe, but there's only said the belly and
This is the thing, isn't it?
yeah,
They have too much. They have too much people to stop.
yeah. And then yeah, so that's the thing about them. Also,
And they've
okay,
been playing the best football as well in the tournament. No team has actually come close to them.
actually, in terms of enjoyable football, attacking wise, I enjoy watching
Yeah.
France, yeah, than any other team because most teams play side to side passing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
France is straight at you. Yeah.
yeah, France is just straight at you, and Morocco will enjoy defending against France because, but also they'll get tired eventually because they cannot defend always. They love to attack, and France knows that eventually.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. And they also have people that can bring off the bench that are also straight at you.
yeah,
So it's going to be very
Shaggy,
difficult.
yeah,
Yeah.
those guys, yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously the next section of round of 16 and potential quarterfinals is first off we'll discuss Portugal versus Spain. What are your thoughts on those two nations' performances in the round of 32?
Well, I've been very disappointed with Portugal. I know that a lot of fanboys of a certain legend, and he played for us. But I'm just not impressed with Portugal. For me, I think Ronaldo is keeping them back a bit because he's too. Yes, he got his goal against Uzbekistan. Yes, he's a legend of the game. But I was having a lot of discussions with Ronaldo fan guys, and I said, look, if he's not doing anything, sub him for Ramos. And they were telling me that Ramos is rubbish and he wouldn't able to score goals for Portugal. And as soon as he came off, Ramos scored the winner. And I'm not hating on Ronaldo. I just think Portugal is just not great, and they've got a lot of issues in that team. Yeah, and you could see it on the pitch, and you could see it with the manager. But while Spain, although not been pretty, although the football has not been great with Spain, they seem to be more of a team than Portugal. And I picked Spain to win this one because I don't think the Spanish defenders are going to be troubled too much with Ronaldo's pace because he hasn't got it anymore, Kyle. Unfortunately, if it was a young Ronaldo, I would fancy Portugal in this. But the older Ronaldo, where I see against who the knocked out just against? Oh, Croatia. He was, other than the penalty he scored, he was ineffective. He was very, very ineffective. And this is the discussion I was having with the fans. I was saying, look, he's very, very ineffective. He should be subbed. And he was subbed, and they looked, as soon as he was subbed, Portugal actually looked like they were had some life because people were running. People were, you know what I mean? And I just don't trust Roberto to keep making the right decisions when it comes to Ronaldo. So I'll go for Spain.
Yeah. I think for me, I was watching this Portugal game against Croatia. I agree with you that it saddens me to admit it that I don't think this Portugal team plays for Cristiano,
Mm-mm.
and I think this Portugal team plays better without him.
Yeah,
And I was talking on the stream with someone, but you know how Real Madrid is structured, like a collective group of stars. They don't know how to form play as a team.
yeah,
Yeah, and this Portugal team, they are a collective group of stars that play in these big teams. But then when they come to play as a team, they don't know how to play as a team because they haven't bonded yet. You look at
no,
Spain. Yeah?
yes, yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, yeah,
If you look at Spain, Argentina, those other nations, France, you can see there's a bond, there's a chemistry. Even even with Ulisse can pass, and he can know that Mbappe will be there inside that box.
yes,
He will be
yes.
secured. But this Portuguese team, they look disjointed.
Very, very disjointed. Very, very
Yeah,
disjointed.
and I think as and I kept on telling someone is I think Cristiano is better off as a super sub than a starter.
I think he
Ramos
is,
should
mate,
start.
because he just doesn't have the pace anymore to trouble to trouble the team. When he comes up against a team that has got defenders that can run as well. He was able to outrun the Uzbekistan defenders, but when it comes to a team that's got young, strong defenders, he will be ineffective
Yeah,
because his game is not about technical skill and trying to beat people. He relies on movement and power and speed and stuff like that, and he doesn't have it. And I don't think Spain will be troubled. That's why I super sub. I agree with you. I will start Ramos, try and trouble and tire out the Spain's defense, and then when you need a goal, bring in Ronaldo.
mm. And that's what Roberto will have done. And if Carlo was managing this Portuguese team, he'll have done the same thing. He'll have told Cristiano this World Cup will not be the starter, but he'll
Mm,
be a super sub.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and that's how he managed these big stars. I'm not saying
yes.
I'm hating on Cristiano. I'm actually a fan of Cristiano. I love
Yeah, I'm a fan of
and
him as well.
admire
Yeah,
him. Yeah, but I'm just being honest. If Portugal wants to win something, Roberto needs to have Cristiano as a super sub and not as a starter.
exactly.
Against Spain, Cristiano will go back to his poor performances. I think against Croatia, he was poor,
Yes.
and it was a penalty where that brought him a bit of life. But I think Portugal behaved more better with more energy when Ramos came on.
Yes, because the Croatians dealt with him, and they dealt with him very easily. You know what I mean? They weren't troubled by Ronaldo. It wasn't like, oh, Ronaldo was getting into space and he was just getting shot after shot. And they were very, very comfortable against him. And I think Spain will be even more comfortable against him, to be fair.
Yeah. And anyway, so I think for me, I'm going for, but however, I think you're going for a Spain win. I'm going for Portugal win because I also Spain has had some issues here and there. They're not a
Mm,
perfect team as well. And
mm.
yeah, like that game against what? That game against Cape Verde showed you that Spain can is a very good attacking team, but when you when you pack the bus, Spain shuts down.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
is it for me? It's a tough one. I mean, I want to go for Portugal because I think they've got better players, but it all depends on the starting lineup and how Martinez goes. But I don't trust Martinez, and this is why I'm going for Spain.
Yeah, I'm going for Portugal to shock
Okay.
Spain. Even though my heart tells me, my mind tells me to go for Spain. My heart tells me to go for Portugal. I feel like
Mm,
there could be a shocker here,
hmm.
but it will be as the same sloppy performance from Portugal. Maybe they'll even push it to 120 minutes plus minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
but anyway, next game,
yeah.
USA versus Belgium. What did you think of their performances?
Well, I mean, I mean, USA has been playing very good, actually. To be honest, Poch is he's a decent manager, and he's got USA. The thing USA is not blessed with superstars, but they do play as a team. They're very cohesion. They do good defense. They do good attack, and I've been impressed with the USA. I felt the USA wouldn't have gone this far, but Poch has really shown that he's a good coach, and when you have a good coach, you can coach good. You can have decent players and play better football than most people. And I'm not been impressed with Belgium. I think Belgium has been lucky to even reach this far. I don't think they've been playing very well. Lukaku is another problem again, but he comes off as a sub. Um, I think his days are done as well, and I think the USA might just overshock Belgium, overrun them, and I think they'll win either by one goal or two. Because I don't really believe in the Belgium. I think KD is finished as well. I think he's trying, but he just doesn't have it now. And I don't think he could. I don't think he inspire. Sorry, inspire them to overcome the USA.
Hmm, interesting. Okay, to be honest, I'm impressed by USA's performances in this World Cup, and USA plays a lot of possession-based football.
Mm,
The attack has been good, the defense, but this is the first time USA will face a quality team. Let's be honest.
okay.
The other teams haven't been quality. They are first teams that are their of their level. If you, Bosnia, each other team, Turkey. But if we talk about top tier teams, and yeah, so Belgium is a higher tier than those teams that they have faced so
Mm,
far. So they have impressed me playing among the mates. They have impressed me,
hmm.
but I want to see how does USA do when they play against a tier two team like Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, and Belgium played poor against. Who did they play against? It was the LC Congo. It was
Go
Senegal,
Congo,
right?
Senegal. Yeah, and just imagine,
Yeah, yeah.
just imagine, just
They played poorly against Senegal until the 60th minute, and that's when they came back. The 60th to 130th minute is when they came back.
yeah.
Yeah, and they got a controversial penalty that that knocked Senegal out. So I think it will go the same way. I see this game being the same way as Belgium versus Senegal,
Right.
where I see Belgium getting a last minute controversial penalty to knock out USA 3-2.
I see, I see, yeah, I see, I see. It could happen. I mean, I'm only going on the home support. Maybe it will push the USA to another level. And then yeah, I'll go now a win for the USA.
Yeah, so obviously for you, you have backed Spain, and
Yes,
and you also backed USA. So
yes.
if those two face each other in the quarterfinals, who do you think will go through?
Well, I mean, again, it's when you reach the quarterfinals, again, the nation's on you. But this is really top tier now. USA will space. Um, and maybe Spain, because Spain has been here before in terms of reaching quarterfinals. I don't think USA has reached a lot of quarterfinals, to be honest. And for that, I'll go with Spain, or just because Spain has been in these situations with this team before. And when you get to like a really later stages of tournaments, the experience of you being there before is it's vital. So I'll go Spain to beat USA in the quarter if they meet each other.
Yeah, I agree with you. And on my side, obviously for the quarterfinals tier, potential quarterfinal tier, I went with Portugal
Portugal, yeah,
versus
Belgium,
Belgium.
yeah.
Yeah, and this might shock a few of you guys. Let me check what. Yeah, I went with Portugal to beat Belgium 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Belgium could go to the semifinals. Playing like where that's if in some tournaments, it's always that team that struggles that makes difference.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I
I mean,
don't know
I wouldn't
if
bet against that. Portugal versus Belgium and Belgium to. I mean, Portugal to win because it
yeah
does
because
sound interesting.
because for me I believe if Portugal can beat Spain, surely
Hmm.
they can beat Belgium.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I think, with the Belgium, I think Ronaldo has a better chance of scoring than he does versus Spain.
Yeah, true. He has a high chance of scoring. Yeah, then and obviously we're done with that. So next
Hmm.
game is a big tiers. Brazil versus Norway. What were your thoughts on the performances in the round of 32?
Well, Brazil has not. Brazil is growing into the tournament. They've not. They started off poor, and everybody wasn't really impressed with them. But suddenly, Vinny Jr., and Cunha, and all these guys have suddenly started to show up, and maybe Ancelotti had some words, and they're actually playing a little bit better now. And yeah, I like what I see from Brazil, to be honest, coming into this game. You know what I mean? And it's good to see that Vinicius Junior has come to the party, and Cunha has come to this World Cup as well because he was never really scoring for Brazil until this World Cup, and he's starting to show what a buy and what a player he's growing up to be. And the northern guys, Norwich is. I tell you, I've been impressed with these fellas. I really have. I said they're the dark horses for me. I have them as dark horses because they have Haaland, and Haaland is showing up in this World Cup. So this game is going to be a very interesting game, really. And I'm going to go for penalties on this one. I can't separate these two teams because Cunha could score, Vinny could score, but the Norway guys could score. Haaland could score, and they got somebody else also that could score. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very, very entertaining game, I think, and it might be finishing a draw, and then penalties might have to separate these two, which are probably on penalties. Who's the better pen? Well, I will go with Brazil on pens because they've got Allison. I think Allison is better. Is a better keeper than the Norway's keeper.
Yeah, so for me, I'll say well, both teams struggled in the round of 32, and
Mm,
both teams were lucky that their teams that were dominating the matches collapsed in the other half. Yeah, Belgium, no, Brazil versus Japan. Japan
mm,
actually did quite well to keep up with Brazil. I think Japan, if they just held on, they could have gone to penalties and they could have shocked Brazil.
mm.
Yeah, but mentally, yeah, this is where it happens. Mentally, they just collapsed in the second half, and Brazil came back into the game.
Mm.
Same as Norway. No, Ivory Coast was leading and playing very good football against Norway. If Ivory Coast just held on and played technical football in the second half, Ivory Coast could have advanced against Norway. And remember, I told you that remember in the round of 32 preview where we did, I said that Ivory Coast had potential to beat Norway.
Yeah,
They
I
showed
think we
that they
did agree.
did.
Yeah, they did.
Showed
Yeah.
that they did have potential. That's that they collapsed. Poor defending, let Haaland score a winner, and
Mm.
that was a frustrating defending from Ivory Coast. Yeah, so I think in this game, these are two teams that should have been knocked out in the round of 32. Both teams
Okay.
know, huh? Both
Yeah.
teams know.
Okay.
Yeah, so both teams know that they're lucky, that is slept by luck. For Brazil, this is the second time that they have slept, s- got that have gotten scrappy points or gotten lucky to advance in this World Cup. First
Mm,
time was against Morocco. Morocco played well against Brazil. Morocco's technical gap is what let Morocco down, and
mm,
Morocco and Brazil got to at that one point. This second time in this round of 32 happened. So God doesn't give you for the three lucky chances for Brazil. So Brazil needs to perform well against Norway, and or maybe they pack the bags for Norway. For obviously for Norway, this is their first time to underperform
mm.
because they've been performing well. The game against Senegal, the game against France, I'll not say it's an underperformance because surely it was a tactical match where the manager decided to rotate the whole 11
Stupid.
and to rest them. And that's what happens when you rotate against a big team. You get slapped
Yeah.
and and you're told to go back to your senses. So and you saw that. So obviously, I think sadly, both teams will push each other, but Brazil will get a last minute winner
Mm.
in after extra time, and it will be a 3-2 game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think it's going to depend. I just think these two teams are just going to be like trying to nullify each other, and it'll be it'll be a tough match.
Yes, it will be. Anyway, next game
Mm.
is a game Mexico versus England. England fans know that against DRC Congo, they were lucky to go through.
Oh, they should have. Yeah, very lucky that they didn't. That Congo couldn't hold on for a famous win. To be honest,
It could have been
um,
a 1-0 win.
it should have been a 2-0 as well if guy finished his shot.
Who?
I've not been impressed with England. I'm not going to tell you a lie just because I
Misa.
live in England. I've been very disappointed with them. I don't think they're very good. I think they're too reliant on two players, which is Kane and Bellingham. And the Mexicans are a good team. The only thing with England is they have a way of sneaking through because of the match winners that they've got. And this match is very hard for me to call because my head is saying, sorry, my heart is saying England, but my head is saying I think this is Mexico could do a job on them because I'm just not impressed with it. I've not been impressed with any of the England matches. And I don't know something about England. How long are you gonna rely on Kane or Bellingham to pull you out? You know, Saka's not showing up. A lot of the whole team has not shown up, and Mexico is a good side. And if you have a bad and the defense of England don't impress me, and if you have a bad first half against a decent team, you could be down 3 or 4 nil.
Mm.
So I'm going to go with Mexico to beat England.
Yeah, but also it happens when you have a poor selection of defenders. Let's be honest. They
Yeah,
call up that they call up that Tuchel had to the World Cup was poor and so controversial. Even English fans were wondering why leaving out best defenders.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, when I saw the two pairing defenders, I said England is going to have a rough World Cup campaign, and so far it has been rough.
yeah. It
Yes,
has. It has been rough, very rough.
yeah. Actually, I feel like for England, the post and the Tosba has been the extra defender in the matches.
Yes, just like Brazil and Norway, they've been very lucky, very very lucky to be to be reaching this far.
Yeah. So I think for England, Mexico has been good. We all know Mexico plays well
Mm,
whenever they're hosting a World Cup at their home. And this stadium, Mexico has very good history at playing. Yeah, and it's a
yeah,
stadium where you're going to an arena where they eat dogs, where they, if you know what I mean, not
yep,
literally, but where they eat the big boys and where they have
yes,
won and beaten those big boys. It's their home stadium.
yes. And
Yeah,
they're gonna be up for this, man. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a very this is gonna be one of the toughest matches England has faced in a while. That's why I go for Mexico
and it's
because
also
they
the
have to defend for a
altitude
while.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, also the altitude as well will be a tough one as well. And
Yep.
I'm surprised why Tuchel has delayed traveling to Mexico because if I was Tuchel, I'll be balancing between the altitude and those training tactics. Because as you
Yeah.
can train as much as you want, but altitude will impact a player's performance up there.
No, yes, because it's very, very
Yeah,
high, very, very high up there. Yeah. But and the
yeah, and
Mexicans are used to that though.
yeah, they're used to it. And also Mexico has wonder kids, very good wonder kids like Mora, Gilberto Mola. I don't know
Hmm.
how European clubs haven't signed him yet, but that kid is good.
Mm.
Yeah. Also the left winger, the Mexican left winger that scored against South Africa. That one has been playing well football.
Very
Good
well,
for
yes, and yes, and this is the thing. They have the attack to hurt a defense that's shaky from England. So
Yeah, so for England to be a tough game, very tough game.
no,
But I think Mexico doesn't have the quality yet to beat England if you look at it on paper. Yeah, and you
mm,
also have to be honest. Can Mexico hold on for 120 minutes? Because I think this game could be a 120 minutes game.
yes. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it, Kyle? I think I know I went for, but Mexico. I mean, England could sneak through. England could sneak. England have a way of sneaking through these kind of games, not playing very well. And that's where I've seen them do that. I've seen them have very, very hard matches and then up again, and all of a sudden they won the game, which they haven't deserved it. So that's the thing with can Mexico. I don't know. It's a hard one for me. I might have to change my prediction and I say England to sneak it. I'll go England to sneak it. I don't think they're going to win it. Mexico 2 or 3 nil. I think they'll play a very long time and then Kane will pop up with a goal somehow and they'll sneak a win.
Yeah, well, for me, I'm going to go for a win for Mexico. I feel like
Okay.
Mexico could surprise a lot of people, and Mexico could beat England in penalty shootout.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can talk about what your thoughts on Brazil versus England as a potential quarterfinals as I look for my charger.
Okay. It's interesting. They all this is the old rivalry. Who wins this one tends to go and win the World Cup, doesn't it? Out of this game, Brazil versus um England. Potentially, that's what I've gone for because I just think England will sneak past Mexico. Um, Brazil are not very good into it, and I don't know. I don't know. I think England has some sort of capability you could shut down Cunha and Vini Jr. in this game because the Brazilians don't really have a striker up there that I think is um is going to hurt England. So if these two teams meet each other again, I think England might just sneak through in a 2-1 win because I don't really see. Thiago. I've seen Thiago. Yeah, he scored lots of goals in the Premier League, but he's not been very good in this tournament. And Casemiro is very very old, and I think Anderson and Rice could run past him, and Kane is a factor, and Bellingham is a factor, and I just think they can sneak past Brazil.
Yeah, about that, if if England manages to beat Mexico, which is most likely going to happen, despite me saying that Mexico could beat England in penalty shootout,
Mm.
I think Brazil has a good record against England in terms of
Mm.
head to head, and Brazil knows that. But again, it is the previous Brazil that used to be dominating England back then.
That's that's
But
that's the thing. Yes,
and
it's the
again,
previous Brazil, not this one.
yeah, and again, by then, Brazil and England were playing. They knew each other's formation, leagues, those things because they played against each other more often than usual. And nowadays, it's rare. Let's be honest. How many Brazilians are in the Premier League right now?
They are very good as well. Exactly.
Huh?
There's
They're not
about
many.
yeah. There's not
So
many,
that I'm saying.
and they're not
That
many
I'm
that are
saying.
great. Yeah.
That I'm saying for them, it will be a very very tough. It is an advantage, added advantage. Whereas Brazil, England has that advantage because England knows what Brazil is capable of, but Brazil doesn't know how England plays,
Mm.
the style of football, how English clubs play, because very few of them make it to the English clubs or are signed by English clubs, unless you are being signed by those low English clubs like Brighton, Brentford, those ones. But you are very lucky nowadays to play in an English club if you are Brazilian. Yeah. So I think it will, but I think both it will equal both sides, and unfortunately, I think Brazil will go through.
Okay.
Yeah, because of England's again, it is down to England's selection of the World Cup,
Mm.
the players they have selected, and Brazil have just selected better players. If you ask me, because
Yeah.
against Japan, Ancelotti could have decided to to bring on attacking subs, but he said, "Let me bring on games, let me bring on subs that control the game, and so that I can fix that issue of." Because Brazil against Japan, the only issue they had is that they couldn't control possession. So he brought
Yeah.
on defenders that could control. He brought on players that could control possession, and Brazil found the winner against Japan. Does
Hmm.
does England have more than one game winner
I
or
don't
more
think
than
so.
two? Yeah, so that's the issue.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So if those two match up each other, then it seems like Brazil is going to go through, and it will set up a very good rivalry match in the semi-finals as we had predicted. Remember,
Yes.
yeah. But anyway, I think this is the second last, but this is the last one, round of 16.
Mhm.
Argentina versus Egypt. Surely this is an easy one for anyone predicting.
Well, I mean, the Argentinians are stealing, bro. They're steal. I mean, I watched the game last night, and yes, Cape Verde are heroes, and they're rightly so, heroes of how they pushed Argentina to the brink. But they keep coming back and finding goals, and it's not just Messi. It's every one of them. You know, every one of them somehow. Martinez finds goals, then somebody else finds a goal. Messi. They're a very tough team to beat. You know, they're not just a one man team. They have that guile, and I don't think Egypt can match that. You know what I mean? I really was impressed with both teams last night, but I was impressed with Argentina as well because to keep scoring the goals and thinking you beat this team comes back and then you still score the goal, and yeah, so the Argentinians have. They've not been the greatest team in the tournament, but they have the steel, and the steel will see them through Egypt. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Actually, I think okay, I'm actually in the game against Argentina versus Cape Verde. I was impressed by Cape Verde's performance because let's
Yes.
be honest, anyone will have expected Cape Verde to say roll over. I'm lying down, roll over me,
Mm,
unstop over me. But Cape Verde took the game to Argentina, and Argentina being Argentina, they just played and they won the game. So Argentina, the attack has been very very good.
mm,
I think the only issue is the defense. This is a
mm.
first game where they have leaked two goals.
Yes, but
Yeah,
to be fair, one of the
the
goals was just
first.
spectacular. One of the goals was just that. I think anybody would score that goal. To be honest, no, not anybody, but that's a goal that wouldn't put on the defend. That second Cape Verde goal that's just something special because of the angle. Yeah, maybe the right back should have closed him down, but still, it was just one of those special World Cup goals. To be fair, I mean, when he hit it, I saw the angle of it. I thought, wait, that's going in, and it actually went in the top. No one's saving that. Just a special
I,
goal. Yeah,
yeah, and obviously I'll miss them and we'll miss them, but we'll see them in Kenya in the AFCON 2027.
yeah, they're a
Yeah,
good team. They're good teams, and they must hold up their heads high because they did push Argentina to the brink. You know what I mean? The first, to be down two goal to be going conceding two goals all the time, and they make it 1-1, then make it 2-2, and then you're just losing in extra time. That's a good performance. But I don't know if Egypt's got this. I don't know if Egypt has got that in them to push Argentina to the brink.
yeah, true. I think let's be honest as well. I'm going to go for smashing. It is a
Yeah.
smashing that is odd to Egypt for a long time. I guess Australia. I guess Australia, Egypt bottled a lead 1-0. Egypt
Mm,
should have held on, and Egypt is not good in holding on. Egypt has just been a team full of luck. I guess they could have been knocked out in the group stage if VAR did not rule in their favor. And
mm.
it's not as claimed where I'm outlying Egypt's lucky runs, but I'm just saying Egypt is a team out of running on the luck right now, but sadly this is where luck ends.
Yes, I think so. As I said, I don't really think Egypt has got the mental to fight like how Cape Verde has, and they're quite lucky they should have been out before. So I agree with you. It might be a 2 or 3 goals for the Argentinians to be honest.
Yeah. But again, I don't see Egypt. Egypt is a better quality side than Algeria, but if Egypt takes a lead and impresses us, I think I'll be expecting Argentina to come back quicker than Australia did. I don't think it will go to 120 minutes. I
No,
think
I
it's
don't.
a 90 minutes game.
No, I don't. Because I think, but I think they are because I think the Argentinians can come back quicker. I think they have the mentality to come back quicker,
Yeah.
and they also have
So
the players.
at least for those watching that game, can be assured of it will be a 90 minutes game. But again, we thought the Argentina versus Cape Verde will be 90 minutes, but
Well, I
it's
mean,
too long.
we did think so, but I also thought that Cape Verde will give them a hard game. I didn't think they'd give them that a hard game. But the thing with Cape Verde though, they even though when they conceded, they came out after they played with no fear basically, and they came after the Argentinas. But with Egypt, I don't see that. I don't see that fearless. Let's go. Okay, yeah, we concede the goal. Let's try and score some goals on Argentina. We don't. I don't see that in Egypt. To be fair.
Yeah, so I think that issue. But anyway, in that
Yep.
game, I'm going to go for 3-0 Egypt. Argentina, sorry.
Yeah. Same here. I
Yeah,
think Argentina is going to be too strong
yeah. I'm sorry to the Egyptians fans, and seems like in these games we have knocked out one African nation.
after the other.
Yeah. So one African nation remains,
Now,
and yeah, Morocco
yeah.
remains to be the fighting one, just like it was in 2022.
Now, if this was Morocco, I would have given Morocco a chance against Argentina more than Egypt.
Mm. All I've said, if this was Morocco, all I've said 2-1, but
Yeah,
it is Egypt. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
it is hard. It's hard how you see the way I look at Egypt is how I look at United. Egypt is the best nation in Africa to win because they have won a lot of AFCON trophies, those things. That's like
hmm
United, but they are sleeping giants around there nowadays.
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, they are
Yeah,
sleepy giants. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah. So next game is Switzerland versus Colombia. Yeah, so
Wow.
what are your thoughts on that side of that too?
The Swiss,
And
as I said, the Swiss always seem to reach far in tournaments, even though they don't play good football or whatever the case may be. They still reach far. I've been impressed with the Swiss, because I always say that they always reach the last 16s or maybe the quarters of tournaments, both Euros and the World Cup. But I've been impressed with the Colombians as well. I like what the Colombians are doing. They've been playing really good football up to now. They've fought in matches. They're not the best team, Colombia, but they can give you a game, especially on the counter with Diaz and all these other fellows that they have. So I will go with Colombia in this game because I think they will hit the Swiss on the counter and they could score goals on the counter. And I'll go for Colombia. I'll go for Swiss probably scoring, but I think in 90 minutes Colombia can beat Switzerland 2-1. You know what I mean?
mm, okay, so for me, Colombia has been uh, it has been okay team so far.
Mm.
They've gotten the results that people expect them to get, and they've impressed people. Let's be honest. Against Portugal, they played
Oh
very
yeah.
well. They were unfortunate not to. They were unfortunate to get a draw where they could have gotten a win. And
Yeah, they should have gotten a win. Yeah.
yeah, and when you look at Switzerland, Switzerland has been also been playing quite good football, but again, now as the same thing as I mentioned with your say, Switzerland is now facing a tier two nation, that is
Yep,
Colombia. Yeah, so far they've been facing against nations that are their level, like nations like Algeria, nations in the group stage like Canada, Bosnia, and Qatar. Those are teams that are around their level. So I guess Colombia is above their level. They're not tier one yet, but tier two. So
exactly.
I think Switzerland will give Colombia a tough game to play against. I think this game could go to 120 minutes, and Colombia will win 3-1 in penalties.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, you got it going to penalties, but I think because Switzerland is facing a, I just think I think the Colombians will take care of it business maybe in the second half or the first half of extra time. I mean, if it goes to penalties, I think Switzerland will have to pay for that. And as you said, yeah, I think the Colombians might be a bit too better in the penalty shootout to beat them. To be fair,
Yeah, true, true, true. You're
Mm.
right. Yeah, and the potential quarterfinals is obviously Argentina versus Colombia. Any early thought about it?
This is going to be a very much watch one because look, these are two South American teams, and they're not going to hold anything on this pitch. This is the one I could see going to penalties because Colombia will be up for the fight because it's South African teams, and we all know what qualities Argentina possessed, and you can flip a coin on this one. It might. I would probably say maybe Argentina to win, maybe a very close penalty shootout with Martinez saving one, and it might be 4-3, 4-3 penalty win to Argentina.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with 2-1 win for Argentina. I see it's
Okay.
going to be a closely contested game, but it's a good game anyway to watch as a projection. But I think that's where it comes to an end for this stream. It has been enjoyable having you guys on board, having Ray on board, and hopefully our picks are right, and hopefully our picks could be wrong. We want more action in this game. Round of 32, we have seen a little bit of poor quality football. We want more quality
Yeah, it
football
was a bit.
like
It was a bit.
against France. Yeah, so we want more attacking output. So yeah,
Yes. I think this round of the last 16, I think people should go for it more. They need to go for it now, and don't play for penalties. Go attack each other and try to win it in 90 minutes and see what happens.
yeah, yeah. Because we want more of 90 minutes. I'm tired of 120 minutes.
Yes, and because because this World Cup comes on so late, by the time the 90 minutes done, it's almost, well, for me, it's like very early in the morning, and I want some sleep.
No, like
And with yeah,
yeah. Well, for me, it is actually very late.
there you
For
go.
yeah, sometimes some of these matches, like for my brother, he wakes up at around 5:30 to prepare for school,
Yes,
at so that he can go to school at 8, at
yes,
7. So sometimes wakes up and finds one of these early matches of 3 a.m. are still playing.
yes. Yeah, yeah. This is why I don't really want. I mean, this is why I don't really like extra time penalties because it's like some of these matches are for me are 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, mate. And by by that time, I want to go to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
Then
watched
some of
the
us have work as
I,
well next day.
I mean, exactly. I work next day. Luckily today is Saturday, so I'm able to have a sleep in. But I just can't do it anymore. And it's like, I mean, I do watch the 6 o'clock games and the 9 o'clock games in the UK. That's good time. But these early morning games, it's just too much.
Yeah, anyway, but anyway, this is where I end the stream. And make sure you guys smash the subscribe button. We are on our way to 2.5k subs, and that's our mission. And make sure you like the stream, share the stream, and enjoy the round of that 16 games. Yeah, there are some testy games coming up. And yeah, so we'll be back with Ray, obviously, for quarterfinals, semifinals,
Yes.
and third place players and final as the tournament goes on. But apart from that, that's an end for